Protect Mental Health, Be a Self-Starter, Series 1. Episode 4. Embracing Anxiety. In the first 3 episodes, we discussed the difference between anxiety and anxiety disorders. Through self-reflection, we had an initial grasp of our current mood state. My experience of extended period of national lockdown, banned flights, and quarantine requirements under COVID-19 shed light on the powerful rippling effects of unpredictable stressful events on our mental health. In this episode, we will look at the relationship between stress and thought patterns. What is stress? Why do people react differently in facing the same stressful event? Some people feel nothing while some react with overwhelming emotions. We can try to understand what stress is. From a psychological perspective, stress is a psychological response to the changes in our living environment. When we need to make changes or adjustments to meet the demands of the changing environment, it is naturally for us to experience tension or feel anxious. When we find it increasingly difficult to adapt to the changing demands, sense the threat to our self-esteem and feel helplessness, a chain of physical and psychological reactions will occur. Some physiological responses include rapid heartbeat, sweating, and trembling of hands and feet. Psychological responses include feeling anxious and panic. Be a smart mind master. Undoubtedly, over the past 3 years, COVID-19 pandemic and the ever-changing global anti-pandemic prevention policies have posed significant impact on our mental health. However, how we evaluate and interpret the same stressful life event varies. From the perspective of cognitive psychology, people have different emotional responses to the same situation, which are subject to the way how we perceive the situation and how we cope with the demands. For example, when I faced months of national lockdown in UK, I gradually mastered the art of living alone. When returning Hong Kong for a 21-day of hotel quarantine, I felt less stressful than before. I benefited from my ability to transfer the new set of skills and knowledge in protecting my mental health to another quarantine experience, which was shorter in duration. This implies that we need to understand our habitual thought patterns, conduct an objective assessment of the reality, and to identify appropriate coping strategies to deal with problems creatively. For those who are easily prone to anxiety, they tend to fall into the trap of negative thoughts quickly by jumping to the state of passivity and holding the belief that the outcome will be catastrophic. They lose faith in their ability to solve problems. For instance, in the blink of an eye, the following negative thoughts emerge. It's me again. I am born to be bad luck. It's hopeless. No one can help me. No one can understand my situation. It's useless to do anything. Pause and think. To change our habitual negative thoughts, let's take a deep breath, pause, and think, and then engage in a non-judgmental dialogue with self. For instance, we can ask ourselves, yes, the current situation is terrible. What are the possible outcomes? How many possibilities are there? Then list all the possibilities. What can the best outcome be? What can the worst outcome be? What can the most likely outcome be? Then, continue the self-dialogue and work out the possible support and coping methods. What are the possible ways to solve the problem? What resources are available? Who can support me? Summary. Under the unpredictable COVID-19 pandemic situation, we need to learn from the past experiences in managing disruptions in life and to develop new knowledge and skills in the process of living through various challenges. It is important to assess the situation objectively from multiple perspectives. This helps us from falling into predicament. Author, Dr. S.B. Chan, Doctor of Psychotherapy and Counselling, University of Edinburgh, UK. Master of Mental Health, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Master of Psychiatry, Cardiff University, UK. 4th of November 2022.